As I wrap up this series on pines, guess we should look at what something that comes close to what a finished bonsai should look like. I think we're looking at the back side, so I'll go ahead, turn it around so you can see. Maybe this was the front. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But anyway, I'll show you the other side in a minute here. Well, it could be this side. I guess we'll probably know a little bit better once I get this trimmed up, huh? So we've been covering what we do in spring here. We're almost in the month of May. And first thing we're going to do is remove the center candle and reduce the secondary. Aren't you getting tired of me saying that? Remove the center candle. This one, remove the center candle. So, we will do that. The center candle gets removed. Okay? Hopefully, you already noticed that this tree was in good balance. The center candle up on top was not more vigorous than down below. In fact, I think it was a little bit longer down here, which means that it's in pretty good shape, right? Okay, this one here, I think I missed one cycle, so I'm going to have to go down one more layer. You know, it's one thing to teach what you should do, and then another thing for me to do it, right? That's why I have to keep saying, do as I say, don't do as I do. You just get so busy out here that you just don't get around to everything, right? Oh, this represents a missed cycle also. So I'll have to kind of compensate for that. Okay. Oh well, I guess we'll get multiple lessons out of this. Okay, we're up on the apex again. This one too looked like I missed it. So and I wonder if I should bring it back down to here. I don't know. See, these are always a consideration that we have to constantly do. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to decide, do I stay up here as the apex or do I bring it back down to here? And if I back off here, give you the front again, it might be better if we do like this, right? I think I'll do that. Or not. I'm gonna go this way first. Okay? And then go this way, this side branch here, and then up that way. Hopefully I made the right choice. Okay, I think I could live with that. Okay, some of this should have been cut earlier. It's coming up too high, it should be lower, so I just lowered that. And this is one of my more finished pine bonsai, yet still constantly working at it. So one thing about bonsai, it's never done. Not really. Okay, I got a problem here. And I think part of it is still this. I had anticipated light pruning. Well, like I say, I never have a script, right? So I just got to do what I have to do and get done that way, right? Yeah, I got the same problem with this guy here. It just got too long. See how long of a run that is? You know, once you get to know how these react, you could tell when things were not done in the right sequence. A lot of what I'm doing right now, because I didn't do it right last year, it's correctable as long as you have your main line. That's why I keep emphasizing, make sure you have a strong, clean main line. And anything else that gets out of whack can be corrected, but the main line is very difficult to correct if it's done wrong or make a mistake. Okay. If this is our front, then this thing shouldn't be here. But if this is the front, well, as a back branch, it's also too big. So let me go ahead and address that problem. It's a little awkward. It's coming too far forward, but there's kind of nothing in between. But I guess I have no choice. Or go ahead and remove it, because now it's even worse. Oh, that branch thing is still bothering me, so I'm going to cut it off completely. Like I was saying, if it comes in this direction, it'll stay, but it just gets cluttered in there. Well, let me show you. See? So you're not going to miss it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean cut that, right? Okay, I think removing that branch made it clear which is the front, which is this side now. Is this my best? No, this is my last. Okay, you know, I tend to sell off the best, or people buy the better one first. This is not bad. This is a very classical shape, informal upright, slightly slanting, but informal upright, right? And at one time I had dozens and dozens in all price ranges, but I'm down to almost out. So this represents one of my better ones that is still available. All my great stuff is gone. Well, anyway, I'm going to put this back. I put the fertilizer on there so it should grow back and get a little bit deeper green, hopefully. But I wanted to show you what a good bonsai should look like. This one is probably 20-ish. 20, give or take 2 years either directions. But I've been saying that it takes about 20 years for a pine to have halfway decent shape. And this one here is not bad. Somebody that stay on top of this one here in 5 years, it should look really great. More detailing on the branches. But like I always emphasize, look at the trunk. So I always emphasize, start at the root flare. And then as you move up, you should have your movement. This has great movement and taper. I've seen some field-grown material that have great trunks, but because it was lack of training early on, it has reverse taper. When you have a reverse taper, it's almost impossible to fix. So this one has been started from the early stages. Okay, remember we looked at a whole series this time, and when you start a pine, do it from seed, or else you can't get this root flare and the root surface to be correct. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. This is, well, I did the whole series. We're in the spring, early spring, and you watch me go from seed to little seedling, some intermediate stuff, and then sort of the final finish. I wish I had a better one than this, but like I was saying, I'm all sold out. Okay, see you again real soon in another chapter.